What's up, Dice Crew? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now, we got Compton Ricc speaking on Bricc Baby and some comments that Bricc Baby made. Now, I didn't even see it, but let's just tune in and see what Compton Ricc got to say. And shout out to the Dice Crew, and shout out to the sponsors, the Re-Up. I'm going to have a link in the description so y'all can tune in with them. Let's rock.
I got more murders than you got squabbles in the hood. Dead homies, nigga. Got more skulls than you got squabbles. That's on my folk babies.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, that's some way out stuff to say. I mean, especially on a public platform. But I wouldn't even be saying something like that. Even, I wouldn't even want to say nothing like that in a joking manner, however it may go. And that's some extreme words to be saying. And it seemed like to me that Bricc Baby was, having another verbal altercation with a different individual, and they was pretty much competing and comparing. But I feel like some conversations is definitely not supposed to take place, and if it is going to take place, you got to try your best to make sure it don't happen on a live broadcast platform, or saying certain publicly anyway, or saying something around people you shouldn't even be saying certain stuff around.
What up? I'm the only one that's seen the video from No Jumper with Bricc Baby admitting to some bodies. Man, I don't know what that was about. Today's time is crazy. Man, we was taught you never talk about no bodies, especially when it's recorded and documented. I'm starting to believe that everything that's been said about this cat, man, I'm starting to think, man, that he might be working with them people, man. He might be a fed, man, because ain't no way on earth that you admit to some bodies. That's crazy. Especially if he did it and they could prove that he did it. You done already put the nail in your coffin. You ever catch a case, they gonna bring them videos up, buddy. Even if you not even in jail for that, you could be for something else. They gonna bring them up and say, man, this dude is a menace to society. They gonna...
And you know what? Compton Ricc definitely got a point, It's something like, you never really get away with anything when it comes to law enforcement, especially when it seems like you might be bragging about something that you shouldn't get away with, but you would never get away with it because, say, you might beat this case, or, you beat this case, that case, whatever you might get away from, however you might put it. When you finally do get caught, they're going to try their best to try to make you face extra penalties based upon what they feel like you have got away with, or what you have chose to try to brag and boast about. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that whether Bricc Baby is just totally out of his mind, I'm looking at it like it's only four things, right? On the realistic side of the street side, I feel like this. What Compton Ricc said definitely got a point about maybe he do got some type of deal with law enforcement to where he feel comfortable enough to say things like that. Or me, number two, on the street side of things, maybe he really ain't never did nothing that was really, even close to that. So he know is no way that it's a possibility for anything to ever come back to haunt him, right? Then the third thing, he got to be really whacked out on his mind behind some drug usage. And the fourth thing is, you just an extreme clout chaser, and you willing to say anything just for clicks and views and put yourself at risk like that. Those are only four possibilities. I don't know what's the truth, but these is things that I'm feeling like is the only thing that can be. But however it go, what Compton Ricc said is pretty much right. He ain't gonna never be able to get away with that, especially with his image. They'll play that snippet, play that in the courtroom on a case Bricc Baby got, and that would just totally just just that is like, you know, that's nasty work.
Get you. You got to be the most goofiest dude on the internet. If I was anybody close to him, I'd get far away from him as possible, man. Dude really a crash out artist, man.
And you know, Ricc is definitely right? Because you can tell he's very passionate about this topic, and he's sincere about it, because he really ain't been trying to like just speak on all kind of stuff and really be doing the reacting stuff like that. You know, he's been trying to do different things with his channel and try to be more on some positive and all that type of stuff. So, you know, I can definitely tell that for him to even speak on Bricc Baby and stuff like that again or whatever, I could tell he definitely really feel how he feel about this.
New gangbangers, man. You got to be one of the most dumbest dudes on the internet, bruh. Never admit to it, man. Keep your...
And you know what? I want to chime in on what he just said about new gangbangers. I don't think it's so much about new gangbangers, but a lot of new gangbangers are, you know, a lot more, how can I say it, not as, you know, they kind of weaker or watered down compared to what things have been before, right? But I feel like it ain't so much about new gangbangers, but we live in a day and time to where anything somebody do, you can't miss it, because it's gonna be publicized on the internet, or somebody else gonna upload it to something on social media. So back in the day, when you hear stories, or if you privy or you tied in and you know, whatever, how you might word it, you definitely know it was always been some goofies in the situations, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you know, like, if this was 20 years ago, then, you know, he might have did this type of thing in his own backyard, and only some people from 60s and a few of their allies or something might would have knew this dude saying what he's saying, you know? But now that he's on a public platform, when he say what he say, it's going to be just the whole world, you know, a mass population tuning into his goofiness.
Oh, shit. Some things you got to take to the grave, man. I think Bricc Baby might be working with the feds, man. They say you got a AK-47 case hanging over your head. Something ain't adding up, homie. Bricc Baby the feds, man.